Buddha shall bring and promote the idea of the spirit of internationalism in the whole USA too. Here I mean the United States of Africa too. Through the Buddha Code, we shall bring the idea of liberating the Africans in general from social class divisionisms which have killed many Africans, the innocent Africanism and Africanists innocently for all centuries and millenniums for no good reason or any sounding reason. Buddha shall promote the general idea of freedom of worship in our USA too, bringing freedom of worship to all people in Africa without any segregations. And here we shall promote religious tolerance to every person throughout Africa, the USA too, to promote humanity and humanism. We shall bring and promote the new reorganization of the education system in the whole Africa to give a chance to all Africans attending primary schools, secondary schools for no any payment. The higher institutions and here I mean colleges and the universities to be reduced so that everybody can attend the university studies. Everyone's talent shall be promoted in all sections of lives of human beings. All people in Africa shall gain access to all jobs and freedoms to be promoted on merit, nothing else. We the rulers shall streamline the system of taxation using the progressive taxation system, and one would be or shall be taxed in accordance to his wealth, not health. And the law of land under the ruler, we shall allow all the peasants in Africa to own the land, not only for some, but for all Africans, the young and the old ones. We shall establish the currency based on advanced production and all types of productions and levels where necessary to replace gold, but of high value, which plan shall free all the Africans from persistent inflation in the GDPs of Africa. We are going to bring new systems and new reforms in trade. Here I mean in home trade and international trade and commerce in order to liberate all African industries. Here I mean USA II industries from these poor productions since time immemorial. In reaching it, we shall create the ground. Here I mean the fertile ground of peace in political, social, and economical plus humanitarian affairs throughout our USA too. We shall allow and promote the total returning of immigrants from his and yon globally, returning back in Africa to settle and resettle them for the industrial settings and boomings, aiming at overproduction in all. We shall bring the reform, the total reformation of the African administration or structure in our USA too. We, the rulers, gonna introduce the International Bank of our USA too to improve trade. Here I mean international trade and home trade plus our commerce in the whole Africa on African continent of ours. This shall promote our international GDP and we shall provide full employment opportunities in total access and access for all other human beings from the whole world. We shall promote and establish public works on African continent. Here I mean on our land or in our USA too, for higher production of high quality. We shall promote youth education. Here I mean compulsory youth education and mature people shall have full access to education in order to fight ignorance, illiteracy, poverty in heads, then poverty in pockets will have to run away. Therefore, diseases of many kinds shall become history in African societies. And we shall keep all the students in the interior of our USA too, where they shall have jobs of diversities. We shall not allow any oppressive leaders in Africa because they deny people's rights and shares in all the continental affairs of human beings. So we shall promote the total freedoms and fighting the dictators and their dictatorships everywhere throughout the continent in our USA too. There shall be no forcing people to buy poor quality goods because of this producer influence or producer's influence. Never. So there shall work the low prices due to overproduction, and the prices will reduce themselves for the benefit of the poor citizens or younger ones. And this one shall allow the industries to have their grounds for processing excess production for advanced quality for all Africans and extra for international markets onto other continents of the world. We the rulers, we are going to play our cards excellently, fighting this kind of scarcity of manufactured goods and raw materials in all production levels and types of productions. They are here inside our USA too. There shall be no attackings. We shall only be promoting catering for all Africans in our USA to maximizing security for all the young and the old ones, all sexes without any segregations, because there shall be no borders, and security shall be monitored by satellites everywhere throughout the continent in all 24/7. We the rulers shall end the existence of dictatorship in Africa. This business of imprisonment of citizens without trial shall be denounced and abolished completely. Therefore, shall be replaced by building schools, hospitals, and other institutions like markets, industries, and plus, under the ruler best qualitative leadership throughout our USA too. I mean in the whole of internal Africa, from north to south, then east to west, into the USA to capital city, Rwanda. We shall impose no any taxes or any kind of taxes upon the raw capital investors below 6 M's. 6 millions of the capital. Whoever who shall be taxing people below the capital of 6 millions shall face the heavy financial punishments. Not only that, but even labor activities. There, here in Africa, near and far away, there shall be no numerous wars aiming at personal gains, never at all. Everything shall be on the basis of the general gain for all, the young and the old ones, all ages and sexes, without any segregations. We, the rulers, shall promote and give total liberalism to the all African citizens because they deserve it, for the proper roadmap leading to parliamentary hot debates on all continental matters and issues for the general benefits of all Africans in all sexes. Here I mean in our USA too, the United States of Africa too. We shall promote all religious communities to promote education, health centers, hospitals, and building markets of all levels in order to make economic accumulations from all ends and all sections. Here in Africa shall not be possible, and it shall be illegal to promote displacements of people through the public works throughout the country, the continent. We shall fight this business of replacement of citizens from their motherlands, from their aboriginal lands. Never at all. Women parents shall be in charge and very responsible for maximizing the girls' discipline or the daughters' discipline of theirs. On another hand, the men parents shall be responsible for the sons for better training and maximizing their human disciplines to become good citizens and never to pick bad and poor behaviors from his and yon. But they have to be good examples to all society members according to their sectional chambers due to the coverage of their parents with the parental care in order to have maximum disciplined citizens in general. And this one shall be the greatest privilege to all Africans in our USA too. We the rulers shall promote bigger brain volume and brain boosting, and shall civilize all the Africans and make them very creative in all. This shall help us to promote the high and advanced production and quality of all productional levels and types. Here in our USA too, we shall promote and help every African to own land, and we shall exempt all Africans from land taxation. We shall not allow the forced labor to work on public works anyhow. Only the criminals and as defined cases after being tried in general courts at the terrain. This shall be targeting everyone to acquire skills for meaningful living. After all, we the rulers shall reconcile the religious teachings of many kinds with the modern science and the natural sciences, granting full public rights to the economic infrastructure and as private rights to any property of any amount and value. We shall give and promote by giving all the Africans the freedom of conscience. All the churches, all the religious leaders, the cathedrals and the Muslim leaders, all shall be allowed to set primary schools, secondary schools, high institutions and universities for all citizens without any segregations, setting markets in top gear for all citizens without any segregations, and to modernize and bringing the modernities everywhere for no exclusiveness or exclusive business. We shall fight the remoteness of some places or regions of the whole Africa, our USA too. Therefore, everywhere we shall have the highways from north to south and from east to west, all highways throughout the continent. This one shall produce and promote high sciences and technology, leading to high production of all types and levels. We shall fight anything that can bring the economic depression in our USA too. We shall promote the role of the place throughout the continent in order to promote economic growth and economic development rapidly. We shall bring and promote the economic and cultural cooperation among all the world continents, but basing here in our USA too. We shall always create and restore and maintaining USA peace and world peace, eliminating any chances for war or wars, be it civil wars or panic wars. We shall play our cards excellently to avoid such bad activities and dangerous ones. We shall promote and set systems of solving international disputes in the diplomatic manner, not by the use of gun, but just for diplomatic manner in maximum discipline. We shall not encourage the business of manufacturing of dangerous weapons in our USA too. What we need is peace, never in two pieces. We shall promote and enforce maximum respect of human beings equally without any segregations globally. We, the rulers, are going to solve the problem and promote the social welfare of the citizens. Here I mean the USA too citizens, the suffering peoples of the continent or the world. Good examples here: solving the problems of refugees and promoting the social welfare of them, settling them and resettling all citizens. No business of displacing, and we shall solve the problems of the displaced. We, the rulers, are going to promote and respect international integrity hither and yon throughout the continent and the whole entire world of ours. Here we shall resettle surplus population throughout the continent and giving them economic space and political space for full employment opportunities in the whole continent of ours, Africa, the USA too. Promoting the prestige and the spirit of Africanism and the internationalism within all the Africans of all ages and sexes, in order to maximize raw material production and market production, surplus capital investments hither and yon throughout the continent, with a high need and demand to make our land and natural resources so useful and beneficial to all Africans without any segregations. We shall improve on new methods and techniques of promoting the rapid agriculture throughout Africa, making and promoting food increment for maximum food security throughout the continent. And in so doing, we shall produce and promote technical education throughout the continent, where Rwanda shall be the capital city of our USA II, and the promotion of culture shall help all Africans to promote their ways of dressing, eating, and workings. In order to fight language barrier, we shall learn very many languages and teach our younger ones the new and promote all kinds of languages to them for easy communication throughout the world. In order our USA to advance in high science and technology, we have to fight African illiteracy, ignorance, poverty in heads, and therefore poverty in pockets will have to run away. Then fighting diseases shall be our main agenda. We shall encourage and produce and promote enough personnel. Here I mean the experienced workers. They shall be many in number throughout the continent to promote overproduction, becoming more than overpopulation for easy life and easy industrial processings, banning of school fees on primary schools and secondary schools. That shall also give the golden opportunities to the younger ones to promote and aim higher academically and maintain progressively the academic struggles. We the rulers shall play our cards politically, economically, socially and humanitarianly to avoid the displacement of people, deaths of many people, and fighting famine, avoiding diseases. We shall avoid ourselves and preventing the destruction of property of our Africans. We shall fight and remove the death of African cultures. We shall fight the business of the population or depopulating our African society members. We shall fight anything that brings about any political insecurity. We shall fight anything that brings the disruption of economic life of Africans. I'm going to introduce and promote the new military tactics in my politics and high and advanced sciences in all sectors of campus directions. We are going to promote the continental unity among the Africans. We shall fight the negative propaganda in the internal continent. Here I mean the USA too. We shall only concentrate on agriculture, business and culture, industrial business and culture, then and plus positive businesses in all 24/7. Africa shall act as finished product suppliers here of all commodities, the Africans shall act as production, or here I mean finished production supplier to the international markets. We shall fight and erode the culture of impunity throughout our USA II. We shall fight oppression, and there shall be no existence of operational factors and processes in our USA II. There shall be no suppression or intimidation of opposition throughout the continent. This shall be the people's right to say loudly of what they don't need, they don't wish. This shall promote full rights of human beings without any segregations. Demolishing all of the state and national prisons, this one will assist us to remove the long period of imprisonment without trial, which has been existing since time immemorial, since the coming of the prisoners. Addition to that, shall also eliminate and remove the abuse of human rights. Removing these African colonial borders, internal colonial borders, we shall have eliminated the sectarianism and the discrimination that have been existing in African societies. Here I mean the neighboring current borders or countries. We shall remove this business of censoring of the place. This one shall help us to get all kinds of information, whether good or bad, and learn where to correct and where to support throughout our USA too. Press conferences shall be attending to discuss the positive issues and discussing about the negative issues, finding solution and resolutions for the betterment of our continent, or the continental peace, the USA too, here the United States of Africa too. We shall be fighting nepotism and favoritism on this continent of ours, throughout the continent. We shall fight this rampant corruption and bribation throughout the continent after removing all of these colonial borders of 1885 after the Berlin Conference. We shall remove all of these internal poor administration in Africa and the poor political divisions, which also have been accelerating civil wars in our citizens, killing them in millions and thousands, aiming at depopulating Africa and leading the refugee problems. And never to forget the repercussions, the end results of being a refugee, be it near or far away. Therefore, we shall have eliminated this characteristic being characterized by refugee crisis throughout African continent, year after year throughout the centuries. And never to forget the millenniums. We shall also fight the backwardness and the poor economy of Africa, which has been the general characteristics of being the LDC continent and the poor continent. Moreover, Africa is enriched with everything, with the good climate and weather. Removing these political borders, we shall have solved the problem of political instability which has been existing for so many millenniums, if not half centuries or a century. Since centralized states or statehoods and decentralized ones before the republics, removing these colonial borders within the whole areas of African continent, we shall have eliminated the everyday human massacres hither and yon throughout the continent. Therefore, we shall replace them with stable economy and environmental conservation, hence lifespan in total continuity. Without any segregation, this shall promote the population is to age, to harvest the maturity stages of all levels. Good international relations with the neighboring continents throughout the world. This one will be the top gear and agenda of the ruler and the rulers. This will be the general rulerism ideology, positively. All in all, these ones in proper lines, proper lineages, positively, together with constant and permanent infrastructural development, shall promote the agricultural positive high production and industrial positive high production of high quality for domestic continental consumption and world markets, as we shall be having access to the world markets and enough for reservation or reserved and stored for poor seasons due to poor climatic changes and unexpected timed seasons, be it economically, politically, socially, or humanitarian affairs. We shall have avoided rampant corruption. This business of nepotism and favoritism plus total bribation that became rampant in Africa, which brought us the total war we have been in since Adam and Eve, because of internal mind conflicts in human beings. In respecting all of those ones, we shall be having no bankruptcy, and the Africans shall not be again the bankrupt. We shall increase national incomes. We shall automatically promote our GDP and our GNP. This shall give the Africans the golden opportunities to create job empire and to promote the market empire and environmental empire with proper oxygen because of clean environment and very clear. And this one shall bring us to think and rethink in our presence and our absence. Therefore, God shall thank us and shall thank everyone because of the positive contribution of avoiding great loss of lives of younger ones and old ones, untimely and unaged ones. You can visit us at www.ruda.tk, and you can call us any 24/7 at www.ruda.tk and at plus 250 78 34 28 622. I repeat once again, plus 250 78 34 28 622. This is the Ruda President, Barafinda Fred, Ruda founder. Ruda is the international political party, but cropped from here in Rwanda, the Rwanda Revolutionary United Democratic Advancers. It is the most peaceful political party globally. The peaceful political party of 200 good many causes on Rwanda, 2,000 good many causes on Africa, and 20,000 good many causes on our entire world, for the betterment of all world citizens. I wish you the best in all, and I wish you to enjoy the long-lasting life, the durable one,